Hello everyone, Carson here, back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is May 3rd, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so I see these ones pointing down, and this cell also sees 1, so in block 8, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. And then these ones point right, these ones point left, and this cell also sees 1. So in block 4, the digit 1 is forced into this cell. This one points up and this one points right. To force the digit 1 into row 3 in block 3, and then these ones, with these ones, force the digit 1 into this cell in block 1. Alright, so we got most of the ones placed. We just have the ones in blocks 3 and 9 remaining. Alright, let's move on to the next digit. We got these 5s. Forcing the digit 5 into one of these two cells in block 6. These 5s point left. Oh, and this 5 points up and this 5 points left. So in block 2, the digit 5 is forced into this cell. After that, these 5s point left, and the digit 5 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. These 9s point left. I don't really see anything else I can do with 9s. Alright, these 4s point right, and this cell sees another 4. Again, I don't think... Yeah, not much to see with 4s. What have I done? 1, have I done 2? There are only 2 given 2s. I guess I can mark down the digits that go in column 7. 2, 7, 8, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 7 and 8, so it can only contain either 2 or 9. This cell sees 2 and 8, so it can only contain either 7 or 9. This cell sees 2 and 9, so it can only contain either 7 or 8. This cell does not see any of those 4 digits, so it's 2, 7, 8, or 9. Alright, so I just, yeah. I mean, these kind of markings are good. Yeah, alright. Let's move on to another digit. How about the 3s? This 3 points left and this 3 points up. So that forces the digit 3 into row 5 in block 4. And these two cells form a 3-9 pair. Because in block 4, the digits 3 and 9 still need to go somewhere in block 4. And it cannot go into these 3 open cells. So only 2 open cells are available for both 3 and 9. So these two cells form a 3-9 pair and eliminates all other digits from these two cells. Now, the other 3 open cells then form a 4-5-8 triple. But this cell sees 4 and 8. So this cell is forced to be a 5, leaving behind a 4-8 pair in these two cells. After I place this 5, I can force the digit 5 into this cell in block 7, and then into this cell in block 1. Alright, good progress. After I place this 5, not only did it affect block 7 directly, but it also places the digit 5 into this cell in block 6, which then places the final 5 for this puzzle. 5s are done. Don't have to worry about 5s anymore. So that's good. the digit 7 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. In column 6, the digits that go into the open cells are 2, 3, and 6. This cell sees 2. This cell sees 6 and the 3 from the 3-9 pair in block 4. So this cell cannot contain 3 or 6, so it must be a 2, leaving behind a 3-6 pair in this column. Alright, after I place this 2, I can see that these 2's point right. In column 2, we got a 4-8 pair, meaning that the other 3 open cells form a 2-7-9 triple. This cell sees 2, so it can only contain 7 or 9. In row 5, we got a 3-9 pair, meaning that the other 3 open cells contain the digits 4, 7, and 8. You can say that this is a 7-8 triple, of course. This cell sees 7. What next? Oh, in row 2. Okay, so I did not see this immediately, but thank goodness I saw this now. Alright, in row 2, we got a 7-9 pair. Because in row 2, both of these two cells can only contain the digits 7 and 9. So 2 cells can only contain 2 digits, and those 2 digits are the same. These 2 cells form a pair, in this case a 7-9 pair, and eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. That means the other 3 open cells in this row form a 3-4-6 triple. Okay. Okay, now in block 2. This cell sees a 9, and of course the digit 9 cannot go into the 3-4-6 triple at all. So it is forced to be in column 4 in block 2. And then these 9s point down. These 8s point down. And then these 4s point up. This cell sees 4. So it goes into one of these 2 cells in block 1. In row 8, 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. Alright, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. This cell sees 1, 2, and 8, so it can only contain either 7 or 9. This cell sees 1, 2, 7, and 9. So this cell can only contain 8. Because, quick rundown again, this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So this cell cannot contain any other digits apart from 8. So it has to be an 8 because it is the only digit that can go in this cell. If I don't put an 8 here, it's going to be, the cell is going to end up being empty, and of course we don't want that. So 8 is forced into this cell, which makes this not an 8. Let's continue with this row. 1, 2, 7, and 9 remaining now. So this cell sees 1 and 7, so I can, now, yeah, I just saw that these twos point down, so, that's why I stopped for a while, because I was thinking of a better way to interpret this. So, in column, what am I saying column? In block 8, 2 and 9, these two digits are still missing from block 8, and it cannot go into these two open cells. So that leaves only 2 open cells available for both 2 and 9. So these two cells form a 2-9 pair, meaning that the other 2 open cells form a 3-6 pair. And then these 3's point right, and this cell sees another 3. So the digit 3 is forced into one of these 2 cells in block 9, and these 2 cells then form a 3-4 pair. Same logic with all other pairs. In block 9, both 3 and 4 can only go into one of these 2 cells. And they share the same 2 cells. So yeah, 3-4 pair eliminates all other digits from these 2 cells. I guess I can do this. I can say that these 6's points left, and this cell sees 6. Alright, yeah, let's continue with row 8. 1, 2, 7, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 9 only. So it's 1, 2, or 7. This is 1, 2, 7, or 9. The digit 3 in block 5 is forced into one of these 2 cells. Excuse me, sorry. In row 7, there's a 3-6 pair, meaning that the other 3 open cells in this row form a 2, 8, 9 triple. And there we go. This cell sees 8 and 9. So this cell can only contain 2, leaving behind an 8, 9 pair in these 2 cells. This 2 eliminates the 2 from these cells, and it places the digit 2 into this cell in block 6, which then gets the 2 placed in this cell in block 3. The digit 2 in block 1 is forced into one of these 2 cells. In row 4, 4, 6, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 8, so it's 4, 6 only. This cell, I don't think it sees any of 4, 6, or 8. Oh, okay, so after I place this 2, the digit 2 in block 7 is then forced into row 9, because now it cannot go into this cell, and of course it can't go in these cells because of the 2's. So it is forced into row 9 in block 7, which then eliminates the 2 from this cell, making this a 9 and this a 2. Alright. After I place this 9, the digit 9 from this cell is eliminated. Now, if we look at column 7, the cell sees 9 and the cell sees 9. So the digit 9 is forced into this cell for this column. After I place this 9, the cell is then made a 7. This is not a 7, not a 7. These 7s point down. Oh, now this cell also sees a 9. So this is forced to be a 2, which then makes this a 9. Which then places the 9 here in block 2 because of these 9s as well. And we got these 9s remaining. This is not a 2. Okay, this cell. Okay, in column 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 7 and 9, so it can only contain either 3 or 6. Okay, the digit 2 in block 1 is forced into this cell. This cell is for 3, 4, or 6 to complete block 2, but this cell sees 4. And then these two cells form a 3, 6 pair because in row 3, both of these two cells can only contain 3 and 6. So 3, 6 pair makes the other two open cells in the same row a 1, 7 pair, which then makes these two cells another pair, 3, 6 pair. So it makes this cell a 4. So many 3 6s though. Okay. And then these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 2, which then eliminates the 4 from these cells. I guess the digit 4 is still possible to go in this cell. Oh, and now these two cells form a 4, 7 pair because in block 5, the digits 4 and 7 are still missing, and it of course cannot go into these 3 cells. So these 2 cells form a 4-7 pair, and these 3 cells for this column form a 3-6-8 triple. This cell sees 3 and 6. 3 and 6. So this cell is forced to be an 8, which makes this a 6, because I've also got a 3 in this row. Then this cell is a 3. This 6 makes this a 4, this an 8, this a 4, this 7 is a 4, this is a 7, this an 8. Alright, so getting... Yeah, I feel like the puzzle can be done. I mean, it is done, right? After I place a few more digits. So, yeah. Oh, I'm missing this cell. Alright, so I've finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in just under 21 minutes. Okay, so it took a bit more time to complete this Sudoku puzzle. Not sure if it was really a bit more difficult than usual, or it's just that my concentration isn't at the best moment. I'm not sure, because the logic was clear throughout the whole Sudoku solve, but I feel like it was just slightly a tiny bit more difficult than usual. But at the same time, I do think my concentration was not at its peak, but yeah, eventually I got there. But yeah, the key spots for this puzzle, I guess, were the 3-9 pair and 4-8 pair in block 4, and then, oh yeah, the 7-9 pair in row 2. The 7-9 pair in row 2 forced the digit 9 to go in column 4 in block 2, which later placed this, actually, it made this cell a single 8 after the 9 was guaranteed to be in column 4 in block 2. It made this single 8 in block 8, which then formed a 2-9 pair. So all of these, I feel like, were quite key for this Sudoku puzzle. And yeah. Also the 3-6 pair and the 2-8-9 triple in row 7. All of these were quite important, I guess. At least to me, alright? Okay, so today is May 3rd, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hot Sudoku solve. Bye!